Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day, and I'm going to share with you something that I saw on Instagram with Mike Tomlin. So those of you that are not familiar with Coach Mike Tomlin, he is the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers and has never had a losing season, I believe, in 18 years. So that is not easy to do. I don't know if there's been many coaches out there that have done that ever, but I can't imagine. There's a long list of people that have led a team 2 decades and haven't had a losing season. So 18 years, you think, adversity. You have players go AWOL. You have players get injured. You're playing against the other teams. You know, they're practicing. You got the best people in the world. I believe he is a very, very good coach, and I have a lot of respect for him, being that we're here in Pittsburgh, even though I'm a Browns fan. So, full disclosure, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. You know, people tease me about that here in Pittsburgh, but that's my squad. I'm from OHIO. I'm from Ohio, from Youngstown, Ohio, and we're split, 60-40 probably, Steelers-Browns, but I was raised a Browns fan, and so I'm loyal. So I don't switch teams. You put me in a different environment, you put me in an uncomfortable situation, or I'm not going to just go back out of convenience. So I'm a Browns fan, but I still got respect for Mike Tomlin. And so here's some things I wanted to share with you, and then I'll break down, how I think that applies to whether it's sports, business, anything in life. So they were calling these Tomlin-isms. And so the Tomlin-isms, the first one was that the secret is, he said there's no secrets. It's just process. So the secret is, there's no secrets. It's just process. He said people come up to him all the time and ask him, what's the secret? Success isn't based on secrets. It's about embracing the process and avoiding shortcuts, is what he said. It's about embracing the process and avoiding shortcuts. And so for us, if you're on here, you're looking to grow, right? So you wouldn't be investing time into it. And so we have to look at our life and say, is there anywhere where we're trying to get better in our life that we're avoiding the process, or that we're trying to take shortcuts? Everybody's always, when I see people trying to take shortcuts, what ends up happening is it ends up taking them longer to get to wherever they want to go. They're driving like I drive. Like if I try to take a shortcut, I end up going the wrong way if I'm not using my navigation system. I'm not the greatest navigator. So law of navigation, John Maxwell says, just because you're the leader don't mean you always have to be in charge. And you got to know when to use other people that are gifted in those areas. And so I'll usually let my wife lead and me follow when it comes time to navigate driving or directions and things of that nature. But anyway, number 2 was tedious repetition of routine actions make us great. Tedious repetitions of routine actions make us great. So he said the normal mundane things might not be interesting, but it's essential to the process. So tedious repetition, think about what is tedious repetition. It means it's typically things that you're like, man, how many free throws you want me to take? How many jabs you want me to throw? How many times you want me to repeat my script? How many times you want me to rep my rebuttals? How many times you want me to make these phone calls? Tedious repetition of routine actions make us great. The normal mundane might not be interesting, but it's essential to the process. And so the things that sometimes get boring is what makes you great, and whatever your hustle is out there, whatever your grind is out there, whatever you're in a path to growing out there in, it's the tedious repetition of routine actions. Third thing is People think, he was saying that people think in the pros being great, it's about making these spectacular plays. When they think of greatness, they think about these spectacular plays. But he said the best players, they just make routine plays routinely. He said true professionalism is making the ordinary plays on a regular basis. And so in your business, you know, if you look at business, you think it's not the big sale, it's not the one launch off product or this one, it's the routine things, the ordinary things that you're supposed to, ordinary plays you're supposed to make, the appointments that you set, the presentations that you give, the classes that you show up to. It's the routine, basic, fundamental things done the right way on a regular basis is what he said makes the difference in the professionals. It's not the one spectacular catch. It's that the regular catch you're supposed to catch, you catch it when you're supposed to catch it. The kick you're supposed to make, you kick it and make it when you're supposed to make it. Not the 60-yard field goal, the 40-yard field goal that you got to consistently be able to make. It's the routine plays done routinely, he said. Number 4, his famous line, the standard is the standard, right? The standard is the standard. I love when he said standard is standard. Don't matter if somebody's getting hurt. Don't matter what the situation is. The standard is the standard. And so I think in greatness, what we could pull from that is maintaining high expectations for excellence and not settling for less. And so what is your standard? No excuses. Have an expectation of greatness, of excellence, and it is what it is. People come, people go, standard stays high. People get injured, life happens, standard stays high. Don't drop your standards. The standard is the standard. It is what it is. Number 5, competition and improvement. He said competition and improvement make them great. He said 2 dogs, 1 bone. 2 dogs, 1 bone, the Tomlin-isms. So that represents competition, improvement, and the pursuit of greatness. That you got to be getting yourself competitive. You got to get yourself in a situation where it's not that I want to hurt the other person. It's not that I want to do something bad. I got to hate my teammate, but competition brings the best out of people. Whether it's publicly or privately, in your mind, you should have something or someone that you're competing with that you want to be great with, is what Tomlin said. And then number 6, this is a good one for anybody out there that is dealing with raising the youth up. And so he said, the boys got to die so the man could live. I'll take that with me for the rest of my life. Boys got to die for the man to live. And so what does that mean? To me, you know, raising up young people in a business where I have a lot of young folks is what do young people like to do? Maybe date multiple people. Maybe go to the club and stay out all night. Maybe say immature things, do immature things, things of that nature. The boy has to die in order for the man to live. And so if you want to grow, if you want to go up, if you want to take it to the next level, then you're going to have to mature. And in order for that to happen, you're going to have to put that kid to the side, that old you, that young version, that immature version of yourself. You're going to have to put that to the side in order to go to the next level. So ladies, same thing. The girl got to die in order for the woman to live. The boy's got to die in order for the man to live. So what are the things that you could think of out there that you could make a list of and say, these are things that are no longer serving me. Anything that's not serving you, making you better on your mission and on your journey is probably hurting you, and you got to be real with yourself. You got to have self-awareness. Don't avoid it. Take the time out. You already came this far. Write it down and say, these things are not serving me. These are things that 5 years ago, this was my old life. Because you ever hear the saying that your new life is going to cost you your old life? You got to figure out what things need to die in order for you to live. So hopefully you found some value in that. Just a short, sweet one for you today. If this can help anybody out there, don't forget, share it with a friend, share it with people so we can continue to impact people. But we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.
Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.